right, we on. Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked queendom, America, aka Babylon the Great, and to teach you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans that you are the true sons of Israel. And we want to start out by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Wadah. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and who taught us this truth. Alright, so I'm going to bring out my first precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 7, and I'm going to start at verse 25. And it reads, "Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, unto this day I have even sent unto you all my servants the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. Yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ear, but harden their neck. They did worse things than their fathers." So yeah, and that's why we out here on the highways and byways, man, to tell you Israelites, man, to repent. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Okay? The days are coming where pestilence, famine, earthquakes, woes like never before. All right? Yahweh Shai, who you people ignorantly call Jesus, has warned us of these days. Okay? But 2/3 of you are not going to listen. Continuing on. "Therefore, thou shalt speak all these words unto them, but they will not hearken to thee. Thou shalt also call unto them, but they will not answer thee. But thou shalt say unto them, This is a nation that obeyeth not the voice of the Lord, their power, nor receiveth correction. Truth is perished and is cut off from their mouth." Okay? And that goes for 2/3 of you, man. You 2/3 of you are not gonna hearken to the message of the prophets, to the message of the Lord. Okay? Because y'all are out here seeking your way to trim love. You're seeking your way to seek love from a nation that hates you, man. Okay? What you got, Travis? Yeah. Give me first Maccabees 1 and 10. Because the 2/3, man, y'all have always made a covenant with the heathen, man. Y'all have always thought about yourselves before the nation, man. And Yahweh Shai says, if we all can't eat, then nobody's gonna eat. Okay? And 2/3 of y'all are thinking about yourselves, man. That's why y'all make these covenants with the heathen. And this ain't, and there's nothing new under the sun. This been happening. All right? Bring out that first Maccabees 1 and 10 for me.
First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 10. "And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, the king, who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 130th and 7th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who conversed many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we have departed from them, we have much sorrow."
Hey, and that's what 2/3 of our people are doing, man. Making a covenant with the heathen to make their lives easier, man. Okay? We are still in captivity, man. We're not here to be millionaires and to try to make it here. All right? Yahweh put us here to play out our sentence. Okay? Continue on.
Verse 12. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the custom of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised.
Read that over again. Make themselves.
Verse 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the custom of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief.
Beautiful, beautiful. And that's what it is, man. Following the customs of the heathen makes you Israelites, Gentiles, man. Okay, when you're no longer keeping the customs which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has given to us, man. All right, and 2/3 of y'all are doing the same thing. Are doing the same thing now, man. Okay, linking up with the heathen and following the customs of the heathen, eating pork, doing all these abominable things, because this is how Esau Edom gets ahead. You think if you emulate him, you're gonna get ahead, but it's not gonna happen, man. These curses were put on us for a sign and a wonder. Okay, so you got anything you want to bring out?
Speaking about not making covenant with the heathen and not relying on the heathen, 2 Corinthians chapter 6. And what agreement hath the temple of Yahweh with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As Yahweh saith, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith Yahweh Shah, and touch not the unclean thing. And I will receive you, and will be a father unto you. And ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty.
Hey, that's beautiful. You want to speak on it?
And basically, we're supposed to be separate, you know. They took us into captivity. We was forced to follow all their customs, all their ways. In order to be successful, pretty much, we have to follow all their rules, all their laws, and all their customs and culture. You know, a lot of people like to say, we can't act normal when we go out. We can't be ourselves. That's true. We can't be, you know, our culture. They call us black or whatever, but when we go where they are, we have to act like them. That's the only way we'll accept it. If we don't act like them, we're not getting accepted at all.
Hey, what does the Lord say? Watch them not ways to see love. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta talk a certain way, you gotta walk a certain way. And I believe it was Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless on First Take that were having that conversation about that. And Shannon went into how he shaves his beard and he's clean shaven. So as a so-called black man, so he doesn't seem threatening. Okay, how he has to trim his ways to seek love. All right. So, but at the end of the day, we coming into the time where our salvation is nearer than we even believe. All right. The signs of the times is making it evident that we are almost out of here. You know what I mean? Lord's willing. So this is we're gonna get Isaiah 51 and verse 22. And it reads, thus saith the Lord, Salakia, thus saith thy Lord, the Lord, and thy God that pleadeth the case of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. Salakia, thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street to them that went over. Okay? And that's what we're seeing these days, man. The curses, man. The curses that the Lord has put upon Yasharallah are starting to turn back on our enemies, on Esau Edom, okay? You know, this opioid epidemic, all right? You see the birth rates being low, all right? The signs of the times is showing us, man, that our salvation is nearer than even we believe, man. All right, and it's beautiful to be living in this time. All right, we're blessed to be able to witness, man. Okay. Go ahead.
Speaking of overcoming, speaking of, casting down, all those things that used to beset us and make us fallen, it's time for us to stand up for righteousness' sake. It's time for us to say to our so-called slave master, we're no longer dealing with you. We're no longer listening to you. And this is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5 and 6. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shah, and having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. We're waiting for our obedience to be fulfilled. We're calling for it right now. It's time for us to revenge all the disobedience that was done unto us. We calling out for our power. The thing's about to change. We're about to flip the script, We're about to take our rightful place.
God. All right, this is let's see. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 19. And it reads, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflicted thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And yeah, man, we have been put to shame, man. But the Lord is our Redeemer, man. He is going to put us in our rightful place, man, and show all these heathen nations that we are his chosen people, man. And we are the only ones that he's ever since the beginning has dealt with, okay? Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
And the number one thing we must realize is that when Yahweh Shah say, be separate, don't follow the customs of the heathen, he really means it, We all have a Babylon life here, a custom that we used to follow and practice, But now he's calling us, the ultimate out of this darkness to the light, In order to do that, we got to let the past be the past and be reborn and be new, all right? So this is Matthew 16:24-27. Then it said Yahweh Shah to his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
Beautiful.
For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give and exchange for his soul?
Hey, and that's beautiful right there, man. That's beautiful, man, because picking up your own cross, all right, that's coming out on the highways and byways and pushing this truth, feeding the sheep of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, all right? That's studying, fasting, doing the things that are pleasing with the Lord, to the Lord, man. The Lord said, if you love me, keep my commandments, okay? And we do that to the best of our ability, all right? And by doing these things, it's going to bring our salvation. By doing these things, it is going to bring us our salvation, okay? This is, what I want to get. Jeremiah 30. Matter of fact, Travis, you holding something?
Yeah.
You got more on that?
Yeah.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16, okay? Because, sticking with, our salvation is nearer than even we believe. We're seeing the signs of our enemies falling, all these curses coming upon them, okay? Well, what a matter of fact, let me get this real quick. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And it reads, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee, man. And that's the time that we in, man. This is the time to rejoice, man. We're watching this wicked kingdom, okay? America, Babylon the Great, starting to fall, man. All right? People thinking things are gonna get back to normal. It's not. It's not going to get back. It's not ever going to get back to normal. It's going to get worse. Okay? They're planning on pushing out this vaccine November 1st. Okay? And we already know people are going to buck up. They're going to buck up when this vaccine comes out, man. So, hey, we living in beautiful times, man. Hey, that's why we got to keep pushing. Matter of fact, we got to push harder. All right? When sprinters are sprinting and they come around that final lap, the closer they get to the finish line, the harder they run. Okay? And that's what we got to do, man. Them that running the race, man, they run to win. We ain't trying to come in second place. Go ahead.
And speaking on that, you know, the last thing we want to do is get caught slipping, you know, to fall for Babylon and Esau tricks.
Oh,
you know?
hey, the banana in the tailpipe, man. We not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
And so Yahushua told us clearly, you know, some real good advice. So, you know, many are called, you are chosen, and it's time for us to, like my brother said, buckle up. It's time for us to get serious, you know. And this is 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 6 and 7. Your glorying is not good. Know ye not a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Yahushua, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. This is time for us, you know, to hit all those things that beset us down, you know. Yahushua is calling all of us, man. You know, let's not go back and become reprobate, you know. Let's stand strong, you know.
Hey, that's beautiful, man. Like you said, man, a little leaven spoileth the whole lump, man. So, hey, we are being refined now. We in the time where we have this truth, and we are being refined, okay, by hanging around like-minded brethren that believe in Yahushua and holding each other accountable for the things that we do, all right, and keeping each other uplifted and keeping the grinding going, all right. So this is Jeremiah chapter This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16, and it reads. You got more on that?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Hey, you matter of fact, bring out that last verse, and I'll bring this out. Wait till this bus. Yeah, that's fine.
It's Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. And this is for us to understand that, you know, we have to be, you know, separate from the heathen. And how do we do that? You know, we're saying, you know, we gotta, you know, be circumspect. You know, we gotta cleave to the Most High and flee all the Babylon juice. So how do we do that? You know, this is Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue. Now, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. Those things which you have heard, those things which you have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do, and the power of peace shall be with you. We gotta do that with our scriptures, meditating, praying, you know.
Fasting. Hey. What did the Lord say? This is our wisdom in the sight of the nations, man. These laws, statutes, and commandments, man. This is our wisdom in the sight of the nations, man. Not leaning to our own understanding, and not leaning to the understanding of this world, man. Because in this world, it'll tell you that it's okay for a man to be with a man or a woman to be with a woman. Or a child is not of age to choose what sex they want to be.
That's not fair.
Okay?
That's not lovely.
This place is Babylon the Great. This place is wicked. It's pure confusion. You don't know whether to call somebody he, she, him, it. Like, come on, man. This place is confusion. This is I got a quick pre. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16, and it reads, "Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after." Yeah, man. They call you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians outcasts, man. You the bottom of the barrel, man, the lowest of the low. You know, all these nations take advantage of us, you know, take crafty counsel against our nation. But now the time is coming where the Lord is giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and he's raising up Yasharallah, man. He's raising up Yasharallah. Okay? There's camps in every state, man. Different countries, different continents. All right? And this is just beautiful, man. Watching the Lord work. That's why we have to keep pushing.
And I got to pick up. And speaking on that, basically, you know, Yahweh, hey, he wants us to be right. He wants us to get right. He wants us to be right. He wants us to be prepared, you know. So this is most important for all of us, man. We can know the truth, but you know, what are we doing with the truth? You know what I'm saying? And Luke chapter 12, verse 34 explains, you know, how we should truly be and how we should feel always, okay? And Luke chapter 12, verse 34 says, "Where your treasure is, there will your heart also be. Let your loins be girt about, and your light burning. And ye yourselves like unto men that wait for Yahushua, when he will return from the wedding, that when he cometh back, when he cometh and knocketh, may open unto him immediately." Basically, when Yahushua cracked those clouds, hey, let us not be ashamed, you know. Let us be glorious, you know.
Yeah, hey, we need to be on our wedding garments need to be unblemished, unmarked, man. They need to be clean. They need to be white as snow. All right.
Verse 37. "Blessed are those servants whom Yahushua, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that he shall rid himself and make them sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them. And if he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them, so blessed are those servants. And this know that if a good man of the house had known the hour the thief would come, he would have watched, and would have suffered it, and would not have suffered his house to be broken through. Be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not."
So in layman's terms, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. All right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay? You know, when you know, down here in Florida, man, the hurricane season every year. Okay? People go get their supplies, their generators, and all this stuff to prepare in advance, just in case the storm comes. And there's plenty of times where the news will say a storm coming and it doesn't come. But hey, they're prepared. You don't want to try running out, you know, the week of the storm trying to buy plywood, generators, and supplies, because there's not going to be any left. All right. So we stay ready. We stay ready. So we don't have to get ready, man. All right. And this is for you Israelites, man. All right. Yahushua is talking strictly to you Israelites, man. He doesn't deal with any other nation. All right. It's not called Jacob's trouble. The trouble that's getting ready to come and befall this place is called Jacob's trouble because it's meant for Israel. Okay. And all these other nations are just bystanders. So that's why we out here looking for the hopeful elect, man. Hearken to the hopeful elect, telling them to get right before that time comes. Repent, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right? I got a quick brief. This is Luke chapter 1 and verse 68, and it reads, "Blessed be the Lord Yahweh of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people." Okay, possessive pronoun, his people. "And hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house," Salakia, "in the house of his servant David," man. Okay? So this is for Israel, man. Israel only, man. Take heed to the warning, man.
And speaking on warning and being for the house of Israel and Judah, Yahweh, he strictly gave us a message, He kept it 100. We got Isaiah 40, chapter 27. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 27. It says, "Why sayest thou, O Jacob, and speaketh, O Israel, my way is hid from Yahweh. My judgment is passed over from my power. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, that Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increases strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fail. But they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." Hey, this is our power. This is our strength,
Hey, God.
This is who we waiting on. This is who we telling y'all to wait on, We telling y'all to buckle up for Yahweh and Yahweh shop, and that's what we trying to do. For Israel, hey, we're family. We want all to be saved, but if you ain't gonna answer the calling, that's your lot. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so be it. So be it. That's it on that? Yeah, man. Hey, man. We want all the promises that were prescribed to us in this book, man. Okay? And we believe every word of this book. That's why we out here on the highways and byways feeding the Lord's sheep. All through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. Okay? And this is Jeremiah chapter 44 at the top. And it reads, "Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord, that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, who I have chosen, for I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses," man. Hey, and Yasharallah is springing up, man. I mentioned earlier, we got camps in every state, continent, you name it. There's camps there, man. That's us springing up, man. We springing up all over the place, man. Why? Because this was prophesied. Man. This was a future prophecy, and hey, you're living in the midst of it. All right, and there's no excuse, man, because this truth has gone out all over the unicorn, man, all over the internet, man, the World Wide Web, man, and that World Wide Web, okay, which is that net, it's catching, hey, it's taking in all the fish, man. It's taking in all the fish and throwing out the ones that ain't worthy of keeping. All right?
And that's true. We say, we're springing up, our power is going to be there for us, And just think, like maybe, last month, 10 months, 5 years, 10 years ago, we were just niggas, Negroes, you know what I'm saying? That's all we do about ourselves. But He's giving us this life and this hope. He's delivering us. He brings us out of darkness, okay? As times get rough, hey, we gonna turn into the diamond. We ain't gonna be no niggas no more, you know. But that's all Yahweh Shah power. I got Psalm chapter 33, verse 18. It says, "Behold, the eyes of Yahweh is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waited on Yahweh. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name. Let thy mercy, O Yahweh, be upon us according as we hope in thee." Hey,
beautiful, you pop.
we're going from Negroes to diamonds in the rough. And as things get worse, hey, we're going to be shining, man. You know, we're going to be eating. We ain't going to have no worries, man.
Hey, that's beautiful. I got one to back you up. This is Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 9. All right? And it reads, "And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which the Lord hath blessed," man. All right? Hey, that's a cold cut, man. That's a cold cut, man. At the end of the day, all of y'all are gonna know that these people that y'all call niggas, spicks, wetbacks, horse monkeys, are the children of the Most High, man. Of the Most High. How does that make you feel? Oh man, this is beautiful, man.
And I got James chapter 5, all right, starting at verse 1. And, you know, in our lower state, you know, we niggas, you know, we poor, we in the ghettos, you know what I'm saying? We got the liquor store, 99-cent store, whatever, you know. While the rich and the haughty and the proud, like Yahweh Shah say, hey, they ain't worrying about nothing. They good. But Yahweh Shah say, hey, when that calamity strikes, it comes in all of a sudden. It's James chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Go to now, ye rich man, weep and howl for your miseries. They shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted." And this is also speaking about Esau. You know, let's not forget Esau. "Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is crinking. And the rest of them shall be as witnesses against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have deep presence together for the last days. Behold, the hired of the labor who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by far." Hey, you know, when I learned, you know, back in the days when everybody used to work, they got their wages the same day, I was like, oh man, I'm working all week and I ain't getting paid, you know. then I'm learning they using my money and investing in stocks throughout the whole week. They put for my money and then they give me crumbs. You know, that's wicked, man. That's wicked.
Hey, that's why the Lord say, what is it? You eat and drink, but you don't have enough. You get money to put in a bag with holes in it. You know what I'm saying?
They're taking everything. Taking everything.
All
right. And starting at James chapter 5, verse 4 again. "Behold, the hire of the labor who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crying. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of Yahweh of Sabbath." Hey, we crying right now. You know what I'm saying? They taking our wages, you know.
Sighing and crying,
verse
man.
5. "Ye have lived in the pleasure of the earth, and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your heart as in the days of slaughter." Esau, you know, taking out all those Indians. "Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. Be patient, therefore, brethren." Hey, Yahweh Shah tell us to be patient now. "Unto the coming of Yahweh Shah." Okay. "Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it, until he receives the early in the later rain." Hey, Yahweh Shah wait for us to buckle up, you know? He let his truth go out. His truth go out. "Be also patient. Establish your heart, for the coming of Yahweh Shah draweth nigh. Grudge not one against another, brethren. Ye should be condemned. Behold, the judge standing before the door. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of Yahushua, and in the name of Yahweh, for the example of suffering, affliction, and of the patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. You know, we got so many people endure. We had Joseph endure, you know. He was living in the penthouse, and then he had to sent to the prison because some chick wanted to paying rape on him, you know. But he kept his faith in Yahweh, you know. That's how we do it. Verse 10. Take my prophet, brethren, the prophet who has spoken in the name of Yahweh, for an example of suffering, affliction, and patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of Yahweh. That Yahweh is very plentiful and tender mercy. Hey, Job had to go through it. Why not us? You know, Samson had to go through it. Why not us? The disciples had to go through it. Why not us? Be patient. You know, let these people rule the earth right now. But hey, we come in. We're gonna be on top.
Hey, and that like you said, hey, be patient. That brings the precept to mind. Off rip. The lock you, let me find it real quick. Come on, where you at? Where are you? There we go. Hey, so he said, be patient, okay? Malachi. Alright, yeah, so hey, he said be patient, right? So actually I'm gonna bring out this precept first because hey man, the Lord sees everything, man. He sees what we're dealing with down here. He's seeing what our nation is going through. He's seeing how we getting knees put on in our necks in the streets, getting killed unjustly, racial profiling, everything, man. The Lord knows what we're dealing with, man. That's why we always encourage brothers, hey, you gotta keep pushing. This is Revelations chapter 2 and verse 9. And the Lord reads, I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. Okay? And why does he say that, man? He says, I know thy works and tribulations, man. He know the works. He know us coming out on the highways pushing this truth, trying to feed the sheep. He know us. He know when there's nobody around and we by ourselves and we out here praying. He knows when we're fasting. He knows our works, man. He knows that we're keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. Okay? And he says, and tribulation and poverty, man. He knows that our nation as a whole is going through tribulation and poverty, man. He sees all of this. Okay? He sees all of this. But this is what we need to consider. This is Micah chapter 7, and I'm going to start at verse 8. And it reads, rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, until he plead my case and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness, man. Okay? So we know that we sinned against the Lord. We signed a contract with the Lord and didn't keep it. So we are going to bear the indignation of the Lord because we sinned against him. We transgressed against him. We knew the consequences of the contract. What does it say in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter? Okay? If you break this contract, you are going to go into captivity on ships. You will go to your enemy for want of all things. That's why you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, man, that's why you don't have your own flag. You don't have nothing to yourselves, man, because we broke the contract with the Lord. All right, so gird up your loins, man. Man the fuck up. Plain and simple, and bear the indignation of the Lord. Okay.
That's beautiful. You said that because we messed up. Our ancestors messed up. It's not like we gotta always blame somebody else. We gotta also look at ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We saw Edom, they jacked up, yeah. But hey, we jacked up too. And Yahushua is calling us, hey, straighten up, So like you said, we were sinners, man. I got Ephesians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, among whom also we all had our conversations in times past, in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of war, even as others. And I was like, hey, we confess our sins, we stand out here on the highways and byways, not like we righteous holy man, but we confess that we need a holy Yahushua to deliver us.
Hey, we far from righteous, man. Ain't nothing righteous about us, man. That's the reason why we out here, because we know better than anybody else. But the Lord said he deals with the meek and the lowly, man. Okay? I don't know what y'all learned in these Christian church, believing in a hell doctrine, believing in heaven is in the sky, you're flying around with little angels. The scripture don't speak nothing of that, man. Okay? Go ahead, man.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 4. But Yahweh, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherein he loved us, even when we were dead in sin, hath quickened us together with Yahushua. By grace ye are saved, and hath raised us up together, and made us sit together in heavenly places in Yahushua. Hey, we standing together right now, and this is our heaven. We precept, it's hope, it's faith. This is our heaven.
Hey, Flocka, bro, what does the Lord say? The Lord said he chastised the ones he loves. So if you living on this earth and ain't going through nothing, and your life ain't tough, then you a bastard. The Lord is only dealing with you Israelites, you blacks, Latinos, Native American, West Indian, and Haitians. Whether you want to believe it or not. This is why our nation is on the bottom, man. Okay? Because the Lord is building us up, man. What don't kill you makes you stronger. He's setting us up to be rulers of this earth, man. To rule this earth in righteousness. Not somewhere in the sky in heaven with angels. No, heaven is here on earth. Heaven is a condition. Okay? It's people now, these so-called Edomites, the so-called white man, these elites, this is their heaven. The Rothschilds, the Gettys. Okay? This is their heaven. They live in the scripture said they were going to be living in the best places. They're going to be eating the best food. What sense does it make that we have to die in order to get our kingdom of heaven here on earth? Or you gotta, what's the Christian doctrine? You gotta die in order to go up in heaven. Now, what type of sense does that make? That shit makes no sense whatsoever. So we here to cast down the lies, man, of Christianity and teach the truth of the Bible, man. That the Bible is for you. Okay? You're not black. You're not a color in a fucking coloring box. You're not African American. You're not named after 2 continents. You are from the tribe of Judah, man. You Negroes, man. That's the same tribe that Christ was from. Who was a black man from the tribe of Judah. Okay? Hey, Flocka, you got a question, brother?
No, that's
okay.
Verse 6. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 6. And hath raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Yahushua, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace in his kindness towards us through Yahushua. He's starting to show us kindness right now. He's waking us up to who we truly are. They took us to captivity. They took us from Israel on slave ships. They took away our names. They said we were monkeys, but we were the children of the Most High God.
They say we were. They called us Africans when the Africans were selling us. That's why on the signs, the slave signs, it said Negroes were sold. We're not African. Okay? Just because you got melanated skin don't mean that you're the same people. All right? We don't look like the Africans or Hamites. We come from Shem. We're Shemitic. We don't look like Africans. We have flavor. We have sauce, man. All right? And unfortunately, you know, our people, you know, show their salt and wickedness. But it don't matter what we do, whether it's basketball, whether it's music, whether it's dancing, even in wickedness, whether being a homosexual. Hey, Jake is the biggest and has the most flavor in whatever he doing, whether it's righteous or wicked. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this out real quick, man, because go ahead, bring it out.
For by grace ye are saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is a gift of Yahweh, not of works, lest any man should boast. Hey, Yahweh's not coming back for us. Hey, we messed up, but he said for his name's sake, he's gonna redeem us.
Back.
He's gonna redeem us, man, and that's what we look forward to. Not of works, lest any man should boast. For we are his workmanship, created in Yahweh unto good works, which Yahweh hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Hey, from here, you know?
Hey, that's what it is, man. And I'm gonna bring out this precept, man, because this is what the saints, you Israelites, you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, within the Haitians, this is what we are hoping for, man. The Bible is gonna tell you what the true saints on this earth are waiting for. And we're gonna go to the end of the book, Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Why are the saints patiently waiting for the people that put them into slavery to go into slavery? For the people that killed them with the sword to be killed with the sword? Why is the Lord, who you ignorantly call Jesus, his real name is Yahweh Shai, coming back to slaughter and to free his people and put them back in dominion over this earth so it will be run in righteousness, man? Look at this place. Look at this place, man. This place is fucking filthy. All the money that Babylon the Great, aka America, makes, it shouldn't be no homeless. It shouldn't be nobody starving. All these, hey, why? Because what does Job 9:24 say? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He makes all these rules, these legislations, everything that's wrong with the world. He is the one that's doing it. Now they might throw on the news a couple, you know, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that done gang banging, that done maybe robbed the bank, or maybe that done did something. But you looking at stuff on a lower scale, man. Where is the real problem? Okay? Where is this cancer coming from, man? Come on, common sense. All you gotta do is think about it. You got one?
Let me bring it out. It's,
All right, Shalom, I'm out.
Proverbs 15, verse 16. It says, better is a little fear of Yahweh than great treasure and troubles therein. Esau got his reward. He got his treasure, you know. But he gonna have a little bit of trouble, you know, which is starting now. And it's gonna be a lot more trouble, you know. He had his little time, you know, as riches, his fame, his growth. You know, I read the other day that, you know, there's about maybe only like a million Indians left in America. But, you know, at first there was like 10 million Indians, you know. Bloodshed all around us, man, you know. Blood, we had an Indian tribe in Florida, Indian tribe in Wisconsin, Indian tribe in Canada, wiped out clean, you know. Now they building up all these churches claiming that they you know, they're children of the Most High, you know. They claiming salvation off of all the blood they killed. You building a church on land that you murdered, killed children, you know what I'm saying, fathers and grandmas, and you're gonna build a church in the same land saying, you know, we the children of God. Hey, that's confusion, man. That's straight confusion.
Oh man. Hey, what does the Lord say about a city built on blood can only be cleansed by the people that spilt the blood? All right. This is Nahum chapter 3, and it reads, "Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not." All right. Now, what is the bloody city? America, Babylon the Great. Okay. It's full of lies. It's full of robbery. Hey, they robbed us of one of the most important things that important to the Israelites is our heritage, man. They took our heritage away from us, all right? And it says, The prey departeth not. Who departeth not? The Israelites, man. We still over here in this land, in the land of our captives, man. We are the prey and we departeth not. We still here in captivity, man. We still doing our bid. Okay? Continuing on, it says the noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. All right? And it says the noise of the whip. All right? This goes back into you know, our captivity, man, and the tribulation that we're receiving under the hands of these other nations, man. Because you got to remember, man, Yasharahla has been in multiple captivities, okay? And it says, where was I? Jumping down to verse 4, it says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth the nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft. Hey, man, this is Babylon the Great, America. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face. Hey, he's gonna lift up your skirt, man. He's gonna lift up your skirt and show that you don't got no panties on, man. Okay? That all the righteousness and all the things that you proclaim that this nation is, that it's not. And these other nations are starting to see this. It says, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock, man. All right? And that's what the Lord is doing, man. He's exposing Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great, for what he and it truly is, man. All right? This is a cesspool of wickedness, man.
Yeah. Hey, all we do, we not complaining, you know. We not you know, blaming Esau for all hell that broke loose on us, you know. All we doing.
Hey, but the scripture says, hey, hey, when our punishment had an end, you kept going, man. You went way past the point of no return, man. Yep. Okay? We were in a lot of captivities by other nations, but Esau and Edom, we were never in a captivity that was worse than the one that you put us in. All right? Because this was the only captivity that we didn't know that we were the Israelites, man. You took our heritage from us, man. Go ahead.
So, basically, you know, all we doing is doing what we were told to do, you know. Each and every one of us, you know, Lord willing, Yahweh working with us, he gave us his truth, you know. He opened up our eyes, you know, through studying, searching, reading, you know. And the beautiful thing about it is he gave it to us, you know. Hey, what he told us to do with it, you know. What did he tell us to do? You know, this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 27. It says, what I tell you in darkness, that speak in light. And what you hear in the ear, preach ye upon the housetop. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father? But the very hairs on your head are all numbered. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before man, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Hey, we come out here to confess, you know. You know, we ain't complaining, we just telling the truth, you know. He done did what he did, and he's gonna get his judgment, you know. We confessing everything, man. Yahweh Shah told us to speak when we speak. You got something?
Oh, yeah. Hey, going into, man, our nation was alone with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah when we made the covenant. We were alone when we broke the covenant. and we're gonna be alone when we receive the reward. When we receive the reward and the salvation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. Because at the end of the day, like I said, he's only dealing with us, man. And this isn't for you other nations, all right? This is Ezra chapter 4 from the top. It says, now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord Yahweh of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and the chief of the fathers, and said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your God, as ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Assur, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Joshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, hath commanded us, man. And hey, at the end of the day, man, this is how we feel, man. This ain't Christianity, man. As long as you believe, everybody come in and join in the salvation. None of y'all was with us when we were going through all these curses and captivity. Okay? So this is only for Yasharala. This is only for the house of Israel, man. Alright? At the end of the day, that's just what it is. Thus saith the Lord.
Speaking on that beautiful, you know. They knew it was their job, it was their work, you know, to rebuild, you know. Yahweh Shah wanted the Levites in the temple, you know, during the service. Yahweh Shah gave Israel all the purpose, okay? This is Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are called according to his purpose. For who he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them also called, and whom he called, them also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. What shall we say then to all these things? If Yahweh shall be for us, who can be against us? He just said it, man. He said it was for us, you know. He foreknew Israel.
Hey, predestined from the womb, man. Predestined from the womb. Okay?
I'll keep going a little bit. He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up. Not his own son, but delivered him up for us all. How shall he not with him also freely give us things? Who shall lay anything to charge of Yahweh's elect? It is Yahweh that justifieth. Who is he that condemneth? Is it Yahweh Shah that died? Yea, rather, that is risen again. Who is even at the right hand of Yahweh, who also maketh intercession for us? Hey, Yahweh, hey, he came down for Israel. He said, I come not but for that lost sheep of the house of Israel. You know, he came and did his work, you know. He's sitting at the right hand of the Most High. He rubbing his hands, he waiting.
Waiting, man. A pit bull on a chain, man, ready to get loose, man, to get after it. All right, he ready to eat. All right. Hey, they say one day to the Lord, 1,000 years down here is one day to the Lord. So the things that you you people did to Yahweh Shah, it's only been a day or two, man, a couple days. That's why it says vengeance burneth in his heart, man. Okay? And in the precept, my brother was reading, man, it says all. So, you Christians think everybody in the world. No, all of his people. All right? It says, this is Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh-Shah, for he shall save his people from their sins. Not all people. His people. Who are his people? What tribe was Yahweh-Shah from, man? The tribe of Judah. Okay? He was an Israelite. Come on, man.
Continuing at Romans chapter 8, down to verse 35.
Yeah, they coming. Hey, it's all good. The Spirit gonna continue to flow.
Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Yahweh? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword, as it is written, for thy sake we are all killed all day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor power, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in Yahweh-Shah, our Lord. Hey, he loves us, man. He can't wait to redeem us. He can't wait to break bread with us. He can't wait to fellowship with us. Man, it's a good thing, man.
What was you saying? You we're killed all day long? Hey, we killed all day long, man. Hey, for Yahweh-Shah, man. Yahweh-Shah marked it out. This is 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. And it reads, for I think that Yahweh hath set forth us, the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake. Okay? And that's at the end of the day, that's what we are, man. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake. And we willing to do, Lord's willing, whatever it takes, man. Okay? Hey, and Lord's willing, Yahweh Shah is going to be with us through this hour of temptation. Okay? When this RFID microchip is made mandatory, man. Okay? All right? So, yeah, man, we made fools for him. We're going to die all the day long for him, man. Because there is no plan B. There is no plan B, man. It's only plan A. All right? Only plan A. No plan B, man.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. And I got this precept. We say only plan A, no plan B. Okay? This is what Yahweh is speaking to us about. Luke chapter 12, verse 13.
Let me just back up this precept I just brought out real quick, man. Because like I said, man, hey, we die all the day long. Hey, this is spirit. This is Romans chapter 12 and verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh, man. So hey, making your body a living sacrifice, man. Making your body a living sacrifice. All that, man, hey, it comes full circle. Okay? Being made a spectacle of, being put to death for something you believe in, not taking the RFID microchip. Okay? That all that is included in making your body a living sacrifice for Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Go ahead, Al.
And he said, plan A, no plan B. We pin all our faith, our hope, and our riches in Yahweh Shah. Plain and simple. And this is a parable, to let us know, to keep us encouraged. Hey, it's better to have your faith in Yahweh Shah than anything else in this world. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 13. And one of the company said unto him, Master, speak to my brother, that he divided the inheritance with me. And he said unto him, Man, who made me judge over a divider over you, or a divider over you? So somebody come up with Yahweh Shah talking about worldly stuff, okay? Yahweh Shah ain't dealing with that worldly stuff. He only about his father's business. I come out like the will of my father, okay? Verse 15. And he said unto him, Take heed and beware of covetousness. For a man's life is not in
Take heed.
Take heed and beware of covetousness. For a man's life consisted not in the abundance of things which he possessed. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruit? And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and will build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruit and my goods. And I will say unto my soul, Soul, thou hast much good laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But Yahweh said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then shall those things be which thou hast provided. Hey, this is our plan A. We ain't got no plan B. We pin all our riches and stores in the kingdom of Yahweh. That rich man riches all got took. We ain't worrying about all this right here, man. This is our plan A. Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. Plan A. That's it.
Hey, matter of fact, because at the end of the day, Jake want to shine. Jake sees how people are living. We see people riding on the dub. The athletes in the Benzes and the Beamers and the Maseratis and things of that nature. We all like nice things, okay? But we don't want riches that are corruptible, man. Okay, why build in a place that's going to be destroyed, man? So, in order to get everlasting riches, this is what we need. Salakia. Get it out. You got one?
Yeah.
You got one real quick. Bring it out while I find it.
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. Just one verse, but it's a powerful verse, man. I know me and a lot of other brothers, sometimes, things don't go as planned, things not working out as perfect, What did Yahweh say, What was wisdom that he left with us, man? Matthew chapter 6, verse 24 says, Matthew chapter 24, verse 34. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient until the day is the evil therefore. Hey, all we need to worry about is Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shah, today. You know what I'm saying? We know microchips and all that stuff might be coming out. And these days, we keep our faith and our hope. We pray for our daily bread today. We don't need great riches to last us forever. We need Yahweh Shah today, every single day.
That's fact, man. That's fact. We focus on the task at hand, man. Now we all watchmen, so we out here to prophesy the downfall and bring these prophecies to light, to filter things that's happening in the world today through the scriptures, man, to warn Yasharala. So This is a quick precept, man. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, and verse 7, man. Because like I said, man, the ultimate riches, man, they're going to come. But we want riches that are not going to be moth-eaten and corrupt. And this is how we get them. This is how we achieve that, all right? This is our Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, and verse 7. It says, wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon Yahweh, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her. I love her above health and beauty, and choose to have her instead of light. For the light that cometh from her never goeth out. All right? So, hey, that's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man, of these scriptures, man. Is going to get you everything that you need. All right? King Solomon asked for wisdom above all things. All right? King Solomon didn't ask to be the richest, most powerful king in the world. Okay? King Solomon asked for wisdom. And with his wisdom, through his wisdom, he acquired all the wealth. He acquired everything that his heart imagined, man. He did it all. And through everything that he had and experienced, he said it is all vanity and vexation of spirit. Because he knows eventually you're gonna have to die. And if you leave your riches to a fool, in the reincarnation, when you come back, you may not have anything. Okay? So it's all vanity and vexation of spirit, man. And King Solomon knew that.
And speaking on wisdom and knowledge, man, hey, faith, hey, going back to faith from last week's topic, hey, it's so beautiful, it's so important. And hey, Yahweh Shah says in Hebrews 11, well, not Yahweh Shah, but Hebrews 11, verse 6, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahweh, the things not as seen yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house. Hey, that's why we standing here. That's why we having hope and faith. We trying to prepare our ark of faith. You know what I'm saying? Our ark of mercy from Yahweh Shah. You know? That's faith. That's why Abraham moved, we just see. We don't see Yahweh Shah coming through the cloud. You know? But hey, he started getting on ready.
Hey, read that again from the top.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Hey, and that faith is something that Yahweh Shah gave the hopeful elect in the womb. Okay? You either have it or you don't. All right? He bestowed that upon us in the womb. And Lord's willing, we are men and that we endure to the end. Go ahead.
By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahweh of the things not seen yet, moved with fear.
And hey, it's like it, and that's beautiful, man. Noah moved by faith and fear of the things not seen yet, because in Noah's time, it never rained before. Okay, and in the morning times, the plant would be watered by the dew. They call it the dew, the morning dew. Okay, and it never rained. So when Noah was out there telling people that a flood is coming and all this water is about to come and wipe everything out, man, they looked at him and laughed. But hey, what did Noah do, man? Noah had single vision, man. He had tunnel vision. Hey, he was moved by fear and faith, and he did what Yahweh Shah told him to do. And at the end of the day, man, when you have any doubts or anything going on, man, turn to these scriptures and do what the scriptures tell you to do, man. The Lord is not going to lead you the wrong way.
And speaking on that, you say move by faith with fear. There's a lot of people moving with fear right now. Through coronavirus,
Fact,
so far pandemic and all this stuff, okay? many people move these things. You got people pressure. You know, people trying to store up money. You know, they move with fear, but without the faith.
And the fear that they're moving and believing in is cardinal. Okay? All right, it's cardinal. They're believing in their substance and their things. They believe that they can save themselves from this impending doom, man. Okay? We move spiritually, man. All right? That's how our faith having us move. All right? We know that we don't have to go buy boatloads of food and get a bunker and settle down and stay on the ground until the tribulation is over. Because we know man's goings is of the Lord. Okay? How then can he know his own way? Okay? Every step you make, every move you make, whether you go left, right, every thought, hey, the Lord puts that in you, man. All right? So ultimately, you know, through wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we know that salvation doesn't come of ourselves, man.
And verse 7 again. By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahweh of the things not seen, as seen yet, being warned of Yahweh of the things not seen yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. Amen. It's a tough thing. Yahweh will tell you, hey, get up, leave your family, your friends, and go over here. I got something for you. You know? And when you get there, they're not even there yet. But Yahweh say, hey, have faith, man. I'm going to get all of this.
Hey, you got to have faith, man. And, hey, I'm a living testimony, man, of Yahweh, you know, asking me to do something that I had no understanding why he was asking me to do it. You know, it's like, hey, Lord, I'm so comfortable, I'm good here, but you want to put me over here, and it's like, Lord, it don't make no sense. And at the time when the Lord wants you to do something, it may not make sense to you, man. It may not make no sense to you, but in the end, hey, Yahweh knows best, and it always comes full circle. And then you look back and like, oh, that's why. Now I see why. Because everything the Lord does, man, is for the benefit and your growth and your salvation. Okay, to get you prepared for the things to come. So it might seem, you know, fearful, and you might not understand why the Lord is asking you to do certain things, but through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you having faith, it's going to get you through it, and you're going to gain more wisdom and faith by the things that he showed you when it comes full circle. All right, that's the beautiful thing about this. The Lord gives us little gems, man. You know, he tests us, he chastises us. Okay, you've been comfortable for too long. Let me shake things up and see how you're gonna react to it. But you gotta have faith, man. It's beautiful, man. You got any more precepts, Trey? We're gonna get ready to wrap up. We'll see if I got one.
I got one saying that's wrap up.
Oh, you got one to close?
Yeah.
All right. Nah. That's what you got to close it? All right, yeah, that's fine. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, and I'm going to start at verse 6, man. And it reads, it says, when the ungodly man perish, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10 and verse 6, and it reads, when the ungodly man perished, she delivered the righteous man, and the she is wisdom, who fled from the fire which fell down upon the 5 cities. Okay, and this is speaking of Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah. It says, of whose wickedness even to this day the wasteland that smoketh is a testimony, and plants bearing fruit that never come to ripeness, and a standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul. For regarding not wisdom, they got not only this hurt, that they knew not the things which were good, but also left behind them to the world a memorial of their foolishness, so that in the things wherein they offended, they could not see much as be hid, man. Hey, man, don't leave behind a memorial of your foolishness, man. All right, take this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Repent. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. And let Yahweh guide you in your steps, man. You know, do your best to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. And just keep pushing at the end of the day.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. And, you know, nobody knows the day of the hour, but it's time to choose sides. It's always time to choose sides. You know? If you ain't choose your side, hey, right now is the time. Verse 25. Wherefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, or what you shall drink, nor yet for your body, what you shall put on. Is not life more than meat, and the body more than raiment? Body than raiment?
Yeah, because hey, you can't serve two masters, man. You can't. You're either gonna serve Yahweh or money and riches. Okay, so Yahweh is telling you, man, you don't gotta worry about what you're gonna eat, drink, or none of that, man. He got you. You don't have to worry about that, man. The Lord says, the birds and the other animals and creatures, don't think about their shelter and don't think about tomorrow. You already got it? Oh, it's locked in. Go ahead.
Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are you not much better than they? Each of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature. And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. Yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed and like one of these. I was watching a documentary about plants, and the scientists were saying how plants actually are more evolved than humans to a certain extent. You know, they might not have the knowledge, but they can survive through temperatures, droughts. You know, they can follow the sun. Plants can do a lot more than the human flesh can. So when Yahweh Shah say the lilies are amazing, they are. They can stand in the sun all day and not die. You know, they got a root in body of water. All right. Verse 30. Wherefore, if Yahweh so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast in the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, or ye of little faith? Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherein shall we be clothed? For all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought for morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil therefore.
Hey, that's beautiful. You know, I got to bring out one more. All right, this is hey, that's pretty much self-explanatory, man. That's pretty much self-explanatory. The Lord loves us more than all those creatures that He told that He made homes for, and they don't have to worry about what they don't eat and things of that nature. So how much more you? Okay, the Lord loves us. All right, this is Psalm chapter 44 and verse 4, and it reads, "Thou art my King, O Yahweh. Command deliverance for Jacob. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and has put them to shame that hated us. In Yahweh we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever. Say La. And with that said, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Lord's willing, this was edifying. Wa Abad Babal. Shalom, Israel.